Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, Sir Entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. Good evening. It is December 27th, 11 p.m. So great to be with you. If you're new, you're going to notice a QR code at the top right hand corner of the screen. Launch your smart app on your phone for your camera. Point over to the QR code, touch the yellow lips, and a second or two, you'll get my link tree with lots of great information to improve the quality of yourself and your life. We have a great topic for this week, but I want to thank you for tuning in with me this holiday week. Really do appreciate you guys. We're coming up to IF Whale's birthday very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. And for those of you that have been following, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And of course, hopefully, some of the new people will come loyal, just like all the people who've been for so long. And I also want to welcome those people that are watching us back on the replay, whether it's 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 a.m., 10 a.m., or maybe even 12 midnight. Whatever time you choose to watch us, you can do that in the comfort and privacy of your home or your office or your phone or wherever you are so that you can watch or rewatch our great show. All right, let's get into the master topic, everyone. Here's the master topic. Everybody ready for it? Exploring holiday traditions. All right, so traditions. Why do we have holiday traditions? Well, they help to tie the family, the kids, and other members of the family to their family's past. They're called rituals and personal meanings to a family, something that was handed down for generations. It helps child prepare for enjoying and looking forward to the holidays and also binds them to family history. See, a lot of times people don't want to be with their family because they don't do anything that they feel is meaningful or important. Like maybe you went to a friend of yours and they said, "Oh yeah, we do all these great things for the holiday." But like, "Oh, I want to go to his house because our family doesn't do anything." And so maybe it could be a bit of the family being lazy, but you want to make sure that you embrace traditions because in embracing traditions, we grow. We grow with who we are, who we're becoming. And holiday traditions are so very important because they build that strong bond between family and also our community. And they give us a sense of belonging, a way to express ourselves, caroling and making cookies and doing gingerbread houses and all kinds of wonderful things. Um, Holiday traditions are really, really vital and very important. And most families have holiday traditions, regardless of what holiday you're celebrating. Doesn't have to be Christmas, doesn't have to be Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. When you grow up and you're in a family, they naturally merge new traditions. So that's a great thing is that you get to meld them together and create new traditions. It seems that traditions, new or old, have a strong place in our hearts and they get us to look forward to what's going on in the holidays. Whether you like to watch a Christmas movie or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter so much, but it just matters that you decide to make it special. And we make things special, ladies and gentlemen, by embracing the holiday. So, holiday traditions are ritualistic behaviors that nurture us, our relationships, and they bring us back to our roots. They give us a sense of belonging, a way to express ourselves, and they connect us to history and help us celebrate the lineage from generation to generation. Most people will say, "Oh, this was great. Grandma's tablecloth, it was knit, or we always use this for Thanksgiving, or I remember stringing popcorn with my mom when I was younger, or I remember putting the tree up, or baking cookies, or whatever it is." And you can talk about that from years to be, even after your loved ones are not with us. That can help really tie a moment together. And traditions year round are important, not just at the holidays, but having traditions for 4th of July and all kinds of different holidays. Thanksgiving traditions are important too. Whether it's at Thanksgiving time or Christmas time or holiday time, eggnog is popular right throughout the New Year's for a lot of families. And during Christmas, a lot of people carry on traditions in their own family where they decorate the tree, they add miniature drawstring sacks. Christmas Eve, Santa fills them with candy so that on Christmas there are sweets to snack on throughout the day. And a lot of people get excited about the sacks of chocolate. And, not every family is lucky enough to have traditions, but it's okay because you can create a tradition regardless of how old or how young your family is. It's just something you want to make sure you do. And it really can be something that will set a tone for years to come. Perhaps you could be doing something like watching the TBS 24 Hours of Christmas Story in the background while the family spends time together, cooking dinner, playing with your new toys. Reading the night before Christmas on Christmas Eve is a great one. Once you get started with making traditions, you're going to see how fun this is and how much it ties people together. Start a pizza night, a movie night, or even a board game night. And you could do this tradition like once a month. And so when a family has traditions, it's something that you can actually share with other people, and then the friends will share with other people. And the important thing about a tradition is that it's something people look forward to. Christmas cards. People say, why should I send Christmas cards? Everything's email. Well, because sending Christmas cards is a tradition. A Christmas tree is a tradition. Having a fresh tree is a tradition as opposed to a fake tree. Having that smell, baking cookies, the nativity scene, Christmas Eve PJs. Each year, buying a new set of matching pajamas for your kids and having them open on Christmas Eve. Take group pictures and play games while enjoying the fire in the wood burn. So these are all great things to do. Candlelight Christmas Eve service is one good thing to do. Christmas morning cocoa. On Christmas morning, you can make hot cocoa for everyone to enjoy while unwrapping the gifts. We typically do something similar. We have our decaf tea, our orange juice, our decaf tea, and our fresh made Stolen, which is absolutely delicious. Christmas lights run. Several years ago, you may recall that a lot of people had to go on what they call Christmas lights run. You pick a night close to Christmas Eve, and you plan a 3 to 4 mile run through the most decorated neighborhoods to enjoy the beautiful lights. Now you could do it as a run. You could do it by by driving your car around. And the evening usually will conclude with a favorite Christmas snack. It could be a beer, it could be a cinnamon bun, it could be a Christmas treat, what have you. Do something for charity. Maybe participate in a Christmas toy drive or something similar. Handmade gifts. And you might say, gee, why do we want a handmade gift? Well, handmade gifts really talk about the meaning of Christmas and the holidays, because when we think about a gift, right, it's not about the gift, but the fact that somebody took the time. It's the time that means something. Hallmark Christmas movies. I think that's a great tradition. I know I love doing that on Christmas, the days after. So your traditions are something that you should be proud of. And if you don't have traditions, well, there's no reason to fret. Why not create some new traditions? Holiday traditions are very, very important because people want to belong. They want to notice what's in their life. And when we have a tradition, we celebrate it and we have such a great time with that tradition that other people, either from our extended family or people that are just visiting us, they want to be part of that tradition too. So a tradition is something that you should definitely have in your family. And they are just really, really important because they make us value our family, and they give us a sense of comfort and belonging. They reinforce values such as our freedom, our faith, integrity, good education, personal responsibility, strong work ethic. Traditions provide a forum to showcase role models and celebrate the things that really matter in life. Traditions give us a chance to say thank you for the contribution that someone else might have made to our life. A tradition enables us to showcase the principles of the founding fathers that celebrate diversity and unite as a country. So it's not just holiday time for Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah, but it's all throughout, like 4th of July, Veterans Day, Independence Day, right? Tradition offers an excellent context for people to pause and reflect. And you might say, John, we're always so busy. Why do we have to pause and reflect? And I think the reason is that we get so caught up in life that we just don't take time to take five. Holidays are some of the best times you spend with your family. You could do a crossword puzzle, you could do a board game, and maybe you're part of a family that has so many different traditions. Maybe it starts with Advent and being part of the Advent calendar. We talked a little about that. Maybe You start by doing certain types of decorations around the house. Maybe a tradition you have could be getting ready for the seven fishes, right? For Christmas, if you're celebrating Christmas. Another tradition you might have maybe to start to be grateful for things you have on the holiday. And hopefully that tradition will lead back into the rest of your life. That's the real hope. So traditions are based on religion, but they don't have to be. They can be based on the culture that you're from or that you've grown up in, specific family activities, and they're really important part of the holiday and other celebrations. And you celebrate them with loved ones. And when you can tell someone, well, look, this is what we do. Oh, I love that. I remember a while back that traditions. It was actually one. Hey, Chris, how are you? Great to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. So one tradition I remember, a good friend of mine, when I was actually happy holidays to you. When I was actually in, I think it was in high school, a good friend of mine, they always went skiing for the holidays, and my parents didn't. So my friend, he knew that I liked to go skiing, and they invited me to go skiing with them. Basically, it was like the week before Christmas that they did it, and it was really a lot of fun. So having this type of experience was great, and knowing that a tradition is something you keep doing, you can make a tradition better. It doesn't have to be perfect. There could be a tradition that you have at the holiday time. It could be singing Christmas carols. Um, it could be having a roast. It could be having filet mignon like we did. It could be calling some of the family that's not close and just saying Merry Christmas. It might be sending out holiday stolons to family and friends. It might be sending out fruit baskets or oranges or what have you, and really starting to make it something that you do over and over again. Not because you have to, but because you want to, and because it makes you feel as if you're part of something. And we all want to be part of something. And so if somebody ever knocks you for saying, hey, you got all these traditions and they don't have any, there's no need to feel bad on that. It's just that they might just feel a little sad that they don't have traditions. So I'm here to tell you that you can create traditions anytime you want to create traditions. It doesn't have to be Christmas time. But although the holiday times are a great time to create traditions, one tradition we have on New Year's, actually, which is kind of cool, we actually go and we walk the golf course because it's actually closed. So, some interesting things you can do is to embrace traditions, understand traditions, and know where traditions come from. And the last thing that I want to leave you with tonight, everyone, and you may be asking me is, when was the first tradition ever? Well, the very first tradition started a very, very long time ago. There were traditions starting in 1947. But if I had to ask, when was the first tradition, let's say, let's say, for the holidays? And that actually dates back to a very, very long time ago, back in the 16th century. Germany or even ancient Greek times. Others were caught on modern times. Look at the 25 ways Americans have celebrated the Christmas season. I mean, look at the song we have, right? We all know the 12 days of Christmas, you know, 12th day of Christmas, 12 drummers drumming, 10 lords of leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 6 swans of swimming, so 5 geese laying, 4 golden eggs, 3 French hen, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. So that's a tradition, you know, being part of that song. So I want to encourage you as we get closer to New Year's to get ready. And we're going to talk more about traditions for New Year's as we wrap up the week, because I think when we have a tradition, we look forward to it and it's really good. Hey, Chris, thank you so much. Yes, God is definitely a tradition, and the tradition of putting God first is definitely an earmark, because without God we couldn't do anything. So But God's more than a tradition. God is a belief. God is a doctrine. God is something that we believe in strongly. So a tradition is too. But the thing about God is that uh, God is the reason for the season, giving us the Holy Father and the Christ Child. Knowing about this and really taking the time to study your traditions. Like maybe your family, your cousins might have a tradition, but you don't really understand it. Maybe they don't understand it. Maybe you can do some research and find out, why does the family do this? Talk to your parents, talk to grandma, talk to grandpa, and find out, why are these traditions so very important. And I think what we're going to find out is that traditions make us fit in. There's an article that I'm writing; it'll be out very soon, and that's the Abrams Maslow's pyramid. And he talks about the fact that we have certain needs in our lives, right? We have needs in our lives, and so if we were to share that, what we call the needs of the I'll call it of the pyramid and Maslow. And so there are five levels. The first level is psychological. That's food, clothing, air, the oxygen, food, drink, shelter, being warm, being cold, place to live, good clothes, and yes, even sex is part of the psychological first need. The second level is safety, job and security. Then we get into love and belonging, needs. Then we get into esteem for ourselves and others. And then we get into self actualization, knowing that we're doing the best we can do. If you're lucky, ask. Yes, that's definitely great, Chris. So I think understanding that we can't jump all the way up the pyramid to say, hey, I want to be the best I can be. We can't until we first fill the compartments of the pyramid. We can't be highly, let's say, relative to feeling self actualized and being a feeling so that we're so successful or being worthy until we achieve the level of being psychologically met and the psychological needs like we talked about, then safety, then belonging, then we get to esteem, then we'll get to the cognitive and lastly the aesthetic. So I think when we can appreciate these things, I see your four squares. Not sure what the four squares are there, but it says, if I'm lucky, ask. Okay. I think you bring up a very good point, Chris, and that is that we don't get anything unless we ask for it. So if we don't ask for something, we're never going to get it. Now, you could be lucky and somebody could give you something, and that's great. But if you're disappointed that you didn't get something, or the person didn't love you, or whatever have you, and you didn't bother to be a little vulnerable, then you're never going to get anywhere. Like right now, thinking about traditions. The other night, I told you I made a gingerbread house, and you might say, what's the thing about gingerbread house? Well, the gingerbread house goes back many, many years. But the thing I think that's interesting about the gingerbread house is that, you can either buy a kit in the store and you can put it together, or you can make one from scratch. And then it's the activity you have of the excitement of coming together with your family and putting it together. And then after it all gets together and you decorate it, then there's the activity of presenting it to the rest of the family. And then there's the activity of breaking it and enjoying that house. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I would really appreciate it if you would like, love, definitely comment, tag the channel, or your friends, colleagues, and associates, and then be sure to share this out with everyone you know on social media. And of course, go to my YouTube channel, John Space E Space MRLEY Space Serial Entrepreneur. Click on the PayPal link. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a fantastic dessert, or a bowl of fruit. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Asking family about traditions is something that I feel a lot of people don't do. And I don't know if it's because thank you very much for your comments, Chris. I appreciate it. I'm here every night. And if you ever miss, you can always come back and rewatch it. Plus, you can go to believemeachieve.com, and we'll keep creating more content. We're also rolling out JCM Academy. Our first JCM Academy masterclass comes out at jcmacademy.eventbrite.com. But we take these pennies and dollars you invest into us, we put this into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even if it's to give you the most jaw-dropping, empowered content to help you guys become a better version of yourself. I know the one reason I live every day is to become a better version of myself and help everyone else become better versions of themselves. And I feel that by doing this, I learn from others, and hopefully people learn from me. And I hope that I made someone's life just a little brighter. Chris, thanks so much for joining us. Again, happy, healthy holidays to you and your family. I hope you'll definitely pop in and join us again. Check out all the other great stuff. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. You're very kind. And when we want to do something, the last thing I'm going to leave everyone with tonight, my hat's a little crooked. Sorry about that. A little sweating here. It is important to be grateful for everything we have. And when we're grateful for everything we have, it's only then that we are granted by our good Lord more things that we can become thankful for. And something really easy to do is to start making a habit to say grace, to say thank you before you eat even a cracker, have a meal. It is my pleasure, and I hope I'll see you again, Chris, on another IFYL show. Just be grateful for things in your life. And when you start to become grateful, it's like the world opens up. But do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you have to do it. Blessings and kindness to everyone. Also, happy Kwanzaa for those that just started celebrating Kwanzaa. I'll see you guys tomorrow, which will be the 28th. We'll be talking more about traditions. And as we get into the rest of the week, we're going to talk about traditions for the new year and even give you some tips on how you can get ready to set those goals for the new year. Have yourself a great rest of the night. Be sure to catch me on my brand new radio program in Chicago. It's actually Milwaukee, Chicago. I am now the new voice of Drive Time Radio for Inspirations of Your Life. Drive Time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning, 6:30 to 7, and from 4:30 to 5:30 Tuesday and Thursday. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you real soon. Take care.